it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I want to show you something I've been working on. And I'm making it out of plastic grocery bags. Yeah. So stick with me because you might want to see what I've been up to. Because you know how I am. All right, stick with me and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okie dokie. I am attempting to make a doormat for my back door. This is going to sit on my patio to the entrance to my back door. It is crocheted. It's a doormat that is crocheted from plastic grocery bags. These. Now, all this is, it's just single crochet. And as you can see, I have a pretty good size crochet hook. Let's see what size this hook is. It is a, can I see it? Hang on here and I'll tell you. The crochet hook is an N, size N/15. So it's not the biggest, but it's a pretty good size. Now, I do crochet. I learned to crochet many years ago when I was very young, well, in my 20s, from my neighbor. And so I do crochet. Now, this is crocheted from cut strips of grocery bags. And I decided that I would make the doormat out of white grocery bags. And you can see there's different colors in there because a lot of the white grocery bags have, you know, green or red print or black or whatever on it. So that's bound to show up when you crochet. But it's slow going simply because I don't do lots of shopping. I have asked my neighbor for some bags. My daughter brought me some bags. And so that helps. But every white bag I get, I save for this project. Now, I do utilize plastic grocery bags. I use them to clean out the litter box and for various other jobs that are a little bit nasty. And you probably do too. So this occurred to me when I saw this video on YouTube about a group of women who get together and they crochet sleeping mats for the homeless. And I thought, well, that's nifty. And also, which caused me to explore other videos. And you can crochet or weave grocery bags into lots of things, including you can weave them or crochet them into brand new, really sturdy tote bags and other grocery bags. So there is a lot that you can do. Be careful, it is a rabbit hole you might fall into, and you'll see lots of videos about how to reuse, recycle plastic grocery bags. And if you have a family or you're a prolific shopper, you probably have more bags than you know what to do with. Okay, so I am growing my mat this way. It's as long as I want it to be, or rather as wide as I want it to be. Excuse me, but I need to make it bigger. And when I get it as big as I want, or almost as big as I want, I plan to take some gray grocery bags and put an edging around it because my house is gray. And I thought, well, the white variegated with the gray trim would look nice. Now, you may be asking why I would want to do this. Well, I wanted a new doormat for my back door. My other one was disgusting and old. So I thought, I just wonder if I can make one for the back door. The premise being these hold up well, they're sturdy, and you can just hose them off when they get dirty. So, and economy-wise, I thought this would be very economical because I can use the material that I already have. So that is my premise. Now, I do not consider myself a crafter. I can do crafts. I have done crafts in the past many, many times. Generally, my crafting is comes into play because there's something I want, and I do not either want to spend the money on it, or I don't want to go out and spend the money on the materials to make the item. So I shop at home first and figure out, what do I have that I can make into this particular thing that I would like to have. So that's where my crafting comes into play. I know how to do a lot of different things, but I'm not a crafter. I'm not going to sit and just craft for crafting's sake. It's because there's something specific that I would like to have. Either something useful, something to use as decor for my home, etc. Okay? All right, now I'm going to show you how I cut the bags and how I attach them to incorporate them into the crocheted doormat. Now, the first thing I do is I straighten out the bag. You can see where the folds are, so I straighten out the bag to make sure that the bag lays flat. Then I fold the bag in half lengthways. See? So now the bag is folded in half lengthways. Then I fold the bag in half again, still working lengthways. Now, I take my scissors, I'm going to cut this end off where the handles are, and I'm going to cut this end off because that's where the seam is. Okay, here is the handle end, here's the seam end. Now, you can discard these, or you can, a lot of people use these discarded pieces actually to make other things out of. So, I don't know, little pieces of the plastic bag can be pressed between parchment paper and actually turned into plastic that you can make things out of. I'm just saying, but you have to explore that for yourself. Now then, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it in the middle, and in the middle. I will end up with 4 pieces. Okay, here's my 4 pieces. Now, what these actually are, because of the way they were folded, these are actually loops. So let me show you that. So see, this becomes a loop. Okay? So I end up with 4 loops, which I will attach to each other. As I cut the loops for my project, I store them in this zip bag. That way they stay nice and flat. And so I usually cut all the white bags I have available to me, store them in this plastic bag. I don't roll them in a ball like a ball of yarn. I don't do any of that. I just keep it flat in this bag. Now, this is the loop that my crochet hook is in. This is the end that I have left. So now I'm going to, I hope I can do this one-handed. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put the bag through the loop. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to take the other end of the loop, which was the bag, and I'm going to pull it through, and then I will tighten it. Okay, so there it is. This loop is now attached to this loop, and I crochet, even though this is doubled, I crochet it as one strand. That's how I get this thickness here. See how thick it is? Now, there is a bump where they're looped together. I try to flatten that if I can. But when you pull it through, it's like a slip knot. When you pull it through, you don't have to tug it or wrench it or anything. Just gently pull it through. This will flatten out a bit. Now, at some point, I have bulges here and there with where the knot is, but that's okay. I don't care. It just adds to the texture. Okie doke. Now you can see that I've crocheted the end that I added, and I left another loop so that I can add another loop from the plastic bag. I can add it to that, and I can add as many as I want, but I like to do it so it's manageable. And then I'll just continue to crochet. Now, if I realize that some of you don't crochet, and that's fine, because there are a lot of videos on YouTube that demonstrate how to use your plastic grocery bags and without crocheting them. You can weave them, actually. So do an exploration, just do a search, ways I can use my plastic grocery bags, and all kinds of videos will pop up. There's a lot of talented people out there. Okay, all right, that's it for me today. I love ya, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. Put in the comments if you've ever done this, or if you've ever, if you know someone who's done it, or maybe some ideas that you might have. I hope this sparks your imagination to use what you have. And you know, as always, little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right, I love ya, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.